Hello, everybody. This is Paul McMillan II. Welcome to another live New York session. And of course, we're going to be trading GU. It is Wednesday, October 29th, 2025. So before we get started, let's go ahead and check the news here. And we don't have any USB news at all, so that's good. Okay, good. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So typically what we do on the daily time frame is we're going to figure out the overall direction. So give me 1 second here. All right, so on the daily time frame, we want to figure out the daily bias direction based on AMD, which is accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So as we can see, this candle closed bearish, okay? So it opened up here and closed here with a lot of volume to the downside. So it's safe to say that based off of AMD, manipulation is probably going to take part with the bulls, and then further distribution or displacement at the bears. Okay. So based on that, we're going to want to try to figure out when is the best time to catch that displacement in the smaller time frame, or we can catch the manipulation as well. For now, let's go to the 1 hour, the 4 hour time frame. So the 4 hour time frame, we're going to mark out buy side and sell side liquidity, and then mark up our most recent fair value, our 4 hour fair value gap, which is going to be our point of interest. So this is the sell side liquidity here in the 4 hour. Then this is going to be our buy side here. Now we're going to figure out our most recent fair value gap, which is probably right around this area. And let's see if this indicator says. So this is going to be a 4 hour fair value gap. This is what I'm going to go look at. There's going to be a 4 hour fair value gap of point of interest. Now that we got that marked up, what we want to figure out is how price is interacting with that point of interest. Okay, here's our 1 hour. And what we want to see is we want to see that price has manipulated around that 4 hour fair value gap. Now, this is our most recent fair value gap here. Now, it would make sense for price to, looks like we had a slight manipulation here, but it would probably make sense for price to maybe invalidate this fair value gap, go all the way up to this point of interest, maybe the quick here, and then go further down. It's a possibility. So now what we want to do is just go to the 15-minute and then figure out where we're at. Because this is the 1 hour fair value gap here. Let's see where we're at on 15-minute. So we'll notice on the 15-minute, we had a slight, sweep here. That's what it looks like. So we had a slight sweep here. And so this could be our 15-minute fair value gap here. And it's going to change this to 15-minute here. Yeah. So what we want to see is we want to see price and validate this fair value gap. It's either going to validate this fair value gap and push all the way up to either this fair value gap here or up to this 4-hour point of interest, or it's going to be a short manipulation of the bulls here and go further down. But it's a possibility that price could validate this fair value gap, maybe bring this manipulation of the bulls to this point, or maybe up to this point, and then coming down since your overall is. But remember, when we look at the daily candle, we saw that it closed bearish. So, based on that, and I'll put that down here. Based on that, I'm going to put that here. So manipulation is going to be on the boards. Distribution is going to be at the bid and the bid at the same point. So possibly what I'm going to do is so we have two setups. We could basically take a short counter trend trade, bull trade, maybe all the way up to this high, or maybe all the way up to here, and then exit out. Or we can wait for price to come all the way up to here, manipulate this area, and then take it down. That's a set. It looks like that we had a sweep here. Yeah, we had a sweep here. Like this sweep this, if this wick. But this may be a rejection candle and the fair value gap. So if the fair value gap closes above this fair value gap and validate it, and we might be able to take it up to this this high, maybe up to here. And there's something pointed out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this recording. Now, typically, I don't like to get in until 10:15, but if we get an earlier opportunity off the few ball pattern, then I may continue. So we have about a little bit over 6 minutes before pre-market opens. So we want to see if prices want to manipulate this fair value gap and continue to go down, and it's invalidating and go up to this area. And then complete the manipulation phase. So I'll be right back. We got less than a minute before now 15 closes. Let's see if this candle closes with some volume. And I pop it into it, just a 3-bar pattern there. With market structure shifts, fair value grab. Now we just wait for the close. Oh, that's some volume. Well, I'm going to execute this trade locker. What I'll do is I'll pause this recording. Then if I end up getting to some profit, then I'll be right back. Because we're getting some good volume here. And once I reach $50 in profit, and then hit the break even. And we have to hit the break even on trade locker. Yeah, we did some very good volume. And on close this trade in about a couple of seconds here. $50 purchase fees and number 40. It's order block. Something like that. It was like prices you can now be sorry if we're ordering for the next thing that seems going on. Okay, so hit my stop loss, but I broke even, which is fine at $4. So I'm gonna wait for the next candle and then if it closes some strength, I'll be into. Yeah, I like to play DB pizza. For the close, that's $50 and I have percent for the all the way. That one will get pretty much everything. And I'll be right back. We got a minute left before market open. And if it closes some more volume, I'll get that to you. Three, two, one. It looks like no volume closed. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if the price is still expecting a sort of block. So if they get a fair value gap that you gotta base this bullish fair value gap. It might be ready to go, but we still closes and strength though. So we'll go ahead and take the bullish order. Then we'll see what happens here. We can stay at that 3-bar pattern here. So go ahead and take it and see what happens. So we're gonna get into some profit again, and I'll hit the break even button and then close the trade. So I'll be right back. It looks like we close with some volume here. So it looks like they're ready to distribute the bears. So price probably might not be ready to actually go up to this point. But they may actually be ready to get some more liquidity down here, which may be the official distribution. already took a loss, so you're gonna take a second trade of the day. Let's see if we can wait it, make the loss back and make some profit back. And we'll see. So we'll see what happens. I repeat like that. So I ended up taking a sell, took a loss. So I decided to do a second trade off of this 3 bar pattern and got in and this fair value got closed. It looks like it's doing this manipulation. It might go all the way up to this point and it might go up to this flag fair value gap. So we'll see if we make some good profit after this. And then if we do right to support, I'll be like that. So we're getting some volume, so they're probably either going to hit to here or maybe to this 4 hour fair value gap. So we'll see. I'll make a little extra profit. I'll close this trade. All right, guys. So I'm pretty much in profit. So I recovered my loss and made some profit. So let me go ahead and close it. See you a second here. Hold on. Hold on. I'll be right back. All right, so we end up getting some volumes and closing the trade. So I made the money back. And so this today, I was saying that I made $65. Let me do the math real quick here. But you can see we hit our 4 hour point of interest. So this was the manipulation mode. So remember we talked about that there was going to be a manipulation of the bulls and distribution of the bears. So the mistake that I made at first was getting in on this trade, thinking that this was a full liquidity sweep, but it wasn't. This was the full liquidity sweep, and then the fair value got closed. So this is our manipulation. So we expect manipulation at this 4 hour fair value gap, which is our point of interest, and then distribution like the bears went down. So I made $65 today after recovering my losses. I made $65 after on top of recovering my losses today. So I'm going to share them. So you can see, despite the losses that I had today, I actually got a Republican account, made $65, which put my account back at $2,518 in profit on this account. So not bad for, recovering the loss and getting in at the second time, and that's the reason why one loss is not always a losing day. So you got to get in there the second trade and try again. After the second trade, if you don't make it, then of course we get back. For the day. But that's it for this session, guys. We did pretty good. So that's it. I will wrap up this session. See you guys next time. Bye.